Hi guys, so in this video I want to show you something that I found, and it's actually very interesting. It's related to SLI, and the best or the bigger benefit that you will see is when you're using surround, even 3D vision surround. Unfortunately, shadow play will not allow me to record anything in surround resolutions, so this movie will be split in two. The first one will show basically the driver settings that I found, and the second part will show basically the difference um, as measured in frames per second. For this video I'm using the 361.40T driver, which was released today or yesterday I believe. In the last few days I've played quite a little bit with drivers, with the settings in the driver and different profiles, and I did some reverse engineering and so on and so on, and I actually found quite a couple of interesting things. Now this thing that I'm going to show you, I tested it currently on two games. One is The Witcher 3 and the other one is Fallout 4, which we know basically that SLI scaling and the SLI support there is not very good by default, but there is a way to actually make it, how should I say, make it a proper SLI support. The option is in the driver, in the NVIDIA driver, but for some reason the NVIDIA engineers either didn't thought about it, or I don't know exactly what happened and why it's not in the profiles. So as you can see, I'm running 3D Vision Surround, and I have my two 780 Ti cards in SLI. Unfortunately, since I can't record surround video, I'm forced to use one monitor to show you this thing, and I think overall it's better to see it on one monitor. Um, so basically, this will require a custom profile that I will add in this thread, both for Fallout 4 and Witcher 3. And without talking too much, I'm going to show exactly. So this is the Fallout 4 profile. It's pretty much the standard one. I just changed the flag. Instead of being the 00F5, I put 20F5, which from my point of view gives a better scaling, not too big though. So if we scroll the way down, you'll see two options here, two flags which normally aren't in your profile. You will not have them. These two flags will need to be imported from the custom profile that I'll paste in the thread. Um, if you keep them on 00, basically nothing happens. They are disabled. So after this movie, the first part will after the Windows recording, basically the first part where I'm showing the game will be with these two flags disabled, and in surround I get around 20, in 2D surround I get around 20-30 frames per second, and the GPU scaling is hovering around 50-60%, which probably most of you already know this, and I'm going to show that exactly in a couple of minutes. However, if we change these flags from 00 to 0F, both of them, exactly like that. See, NVIDIA inspector already picks them up because basically I added them and they exist in these games, Fallout 4, Witcher 3 and Star Wars Battlefront. Um, However, if I put both of them to F and I restart the game, I see my FPS going up to 100 frames per second, and 100 so basically from 20-30 frames per second to 100 frames per second, that's quite a huge improvement. um, this will be, I will show this under 2D surround, not 3D surround, because there is a bug regarding SLI and 3D vision in surround mode under Windows 10. This bug doesn't exist under Windows 7. NVIDIA is aware for about this bug for some time now. I've submitted a bug quite a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, the latest driver didn't fix this problem. So you can here basically, if you pause the video, you can read exactly what I've said and how you can test it, and you can definitely see there is a bug in Windows 10. Basically, the moment if you are in SLI and in surround and you're using 3D vision, the moment 3D vision kicks in, SLI breaks. It doesn't work. There's just one card that's working, the other one is not doing anything, although the GPU load is still showing us 99% used. However, under Windows 7, this bug doesn't exist. I really want and I really needed to say this in this video just for everyone to understand what's what. Right, so now that I've showed these two flags, which you'll find in the attached profiles, and I'll highlight these two flags, which unfortunately we don't know what their description is. There are some mystery flags. You can see the numbers are quite weird there. So once we add these two flags, you'll see proper scaling. I bet if we add these two flags to just cause 3, we'll see better SLI improvement. I don't have the game, I can't test, but if somebody else wants to test, be my guest. So I'm going to stop this movie and I'm going to show you before and after in Fallout 4. Cheers!